A child or youth, often referred to as a minor, in foster care in Georgia has a right to several government benefits, or legal entitlements. They're DFCS caseworkers, attorney, guardian ad litem, court-appointed special advocate, dependency court judge, and foster caregivers are required by law to ensure they get them. A dependent minor's basic foster care entitlements include the daily caregiver reimbursement, or per diem rate, is for the minor's day-to-day living expenses. That rate can change based on a minor's age and the extra care they need. It covers things like room and board, over-the-counter medications, toiletries, personal items, and school supplies like pencils and notebooks. A minor in DFCS custody is entitled to a basic clothing wardrobe that fits well, is clean, and is in good condition. Their foster caregiver is expected to take them shopping for clothing, footwear, etc., and to use the entire annual funding amount. Clothing funds for the first 6 months in care is $415 for ages 13 and older. There is also an annual Georgia entitlement of $690. The DFCS custody county may allow a replacement clothing allowance. For example, Douglas County reimburses up to $200 for replacement clothing. As a youth advocate, you know your dependent minor has a total annual clothing entitlement between $690 and $890, if not more. There are several county-level entitlement program codes. While they differ from Georgia county to county, the following Douglas County entitlements provide examples. Every minor in Douglas County is also entitled to up to $500 for summer enrichment each fiscal year, or $1,000 if split before and after July 1st, for activities such as summer camp, dance lessons, arts and crafts, participation in sports, and educational programs. This funding can also cover materials needed for these activities, like instruments and uniforms. A minor is entitled to $80 for one set of school photographs and $70 for school annuals. Additional school expenses like field trips, art supplies, and band fees can be covered up to $15 per school year. A minor is entitled to $150 for birthdays if they are 13 and older. This is to cover caregiver gifts, cakes, and other birthday-related expenses. A minor is entitled to $30 every 6 weeks for haircuts, $100 4 times a year for perms, and $250 3 times a year for braids. Each Georgia county may fund monthly allowances for a minor in care based on the minor's age, behaviors, and location. Once allowances are authorized and published, they are an entitlement. For example, in Douglas County, the allowance for a minor 10 to 13 is $50 per month, and for one 14 to 17 it's $100 per month. Children in DFCS custody are entitled to unique medical or dental expenses not covered by AmeriGroup, including repairing and replacing eyeglasses, contacts, and medically necessary braces. A minor's entitlement for unusual medical needs is $5,000. For unusual dental needs, it is also $5,000. You can think of these entitlements as basic living cost reimbursements to the minor's caregivers and service providers. For youth 14 and older, there are additional and substantial federal Chafee Independent Living Plan entitlement funding for older youth in foster care to facilitate transitioning to adulthood. Our WTLP and ILP videos explore Chafee ILP entitlements in depth. As an advocate, it is your job to gather all the facts about your youth's access to each of their entitlement resources, funding, and transition opportunities. This fact-based knowledge empowers you to make compelling best interest recommendations to the court. If you have further questions, please ask Nyla AI or email us at info@fosterentitlements.com.